Welcome back to That Haunted Show. I'm your ghost host with the most, and tonight we're talking about Randonautica. So imagine this. You downloaded a random app as a joke. Tells you to go to some sketchy spot by the river. And when you get there, you find a suitcase that smells like
death.
Not...
Something died in the fridge, Death.
I'm talking about actual human remains, and your brain goes, yep, TikTok. Randonautica sounds like a pirate spinoff of Google Maps, but it's basically an app that uses a quantum random number generator to pick coordinates near you and dares you to go there. Quantum as in, we use physics so you can get murdered in HD. The creators say it's inspired by
Chaos theory.
and this artsy idea called the derive. Basically, drifting through space to break out of your routine. Randonautica heard and said, cool. What if your new routine is finding a demon in the Dollar General parking lot? People don't just use Randonautica to find new hiking spots. No. They go with intentions like death, answers, love, or paranormal. Because nothing says self-care like asking the universe to traumatize you with geo-coordinates. In this first story, a couple sets intentions as abandoned and get sent to a back road with decaying buildings, weird mattresses in the woods, and a cooler in a ditch that reeks like something is dead inside. They open it, get blasted with hot, putrid air, bugs everywhere, and a decomposing animal. When the cooler smells like Silent Hill, you close the cooler. You don't start the investigation like you're some kind of discount Temu Scooby-Doo. Another user reported that Randonautica sends a group down to a pitch-black one-lane road around 1 a.m. Trail entrance, no streetlights, total void. On the way out, one of them sees a hooded figure standing by this trail in the rearview mirror. No one else sees it. Kind of suspicious. You know that moment when you're like, do I tell my friends about the potential forest murderer or just let this be my secret trauma? Seems a little irresponsible. Another user sets his intentions for paranormal. Well, that led them to a creek where they find a random journal with unsettling messages, then a makeshift Ouija board, and a knife. So the universe responded to paranormal with DIY demon starter kit. That's honestly its own brand. The creepy part isn't just what they find. It's how on the nose it feels. You think abandoned. You get abandoned building. You think death. You get a cooler full of rot. Are we seeing patterns? Or is something actually answering? Okay, now the part where this stops being funny. In June of 2020, a group of teens in Seattle used Randonautica near the water and ended up finding a black suitcase washed up on the shore, wedged in between some rocks. The smell coming off of the case was so bad they called the cops. Inside were human remains. The video they filmed went insanely viral on TikTok, as you would imagine, with over 30 million views. Because of course it did. Why wouldn't it? People are into strange and macabre things. Some people thought it was staged, until the Seattle police confirmed it was real. And the suitcase contained dismembered remains. The investigators later said the victims were tenants renting a room from a landlord named Michael Dudley, who shot and dismembered them after a fight over rent. He dumped their remains in a suitcase that eventually washed up where the Randonautica coordinates led those teens. So no, that didn't cause the murders. But it did accidentally turn a random group into opening scene of a true crime documentary. It's like the universe soft-launched them into therapy. The creators described Randonautica as an attractor of strange things, which sounds like a science TED Talk until you realize it's mostly sending people to empty fields and sketchy underpasses. But one thing you gotta remember is humans are pattern detectors. You pick an intention like death, then every dead animal abandoned building, or weird noise suddenly feels meaningful. Social media amplifies the 0.01% of horrifying stories and ignores thousands of boring trips to parking lots. But here's the uncomfortable part. Even if it's just randomness and human psychology, that doesn't make it less scary. Because Randonautica forces you into the blind spots of your own city. Places you'd never go on purpose. And those blind spots are where the real crime, real bodies, and real danger can be hiding. So, is Randonautica paranormal? Sometimes it feels like it. I mean, you think of something dark, you get something dark. Other times, it's just an algorithm sending you to a physical equivalent of a red flag, and you walk right into it with your camera. So, if you're feeling brave, brazen, and adventurous, here's some rules. Don't go alone. Don't trespass, because you could get shot. If it smells like death, call someone and leave. And if your intentions is death, and the app sends you to a suitcase by the water, maybe just stay in the car and watch that haunted show instead. Let me know in the comments if you've ever used Randonautica, and if you did, what you found. Paranormal experience, real life true crime scene, or just a Walmart parking lot at 3 a.m., which honestly might be the scariest option. Subscribe if you enjoyed that haunted show in this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.